Chimi Show, where we talk about random goofs and gaffs, and we're fucking idiots, so we don't know what we're talking about. So please listen in. Yeah, and fucking share it around. I'm Chimichanga Hero, and this right here is Venom Revolver off screen, but he doesn't like brown people, so that's why he's off screen, because I'm brown. But, yeah, we're here. We mainly do movie reviews and whatnot, so, okay. You want to jump in now? Is it picking us up?
Yeah, it's a little slow, but...
No, who cares?
And people just want to listen in.
Why not? Alright. So, Venom will surely come on stage real quick.
Alright.
Come on, get on here. Drum roll, please. Ow, fuck, hurry up, damn it. And introducing Venom Revolver. Here we go.
How's it going?
So yeah, the Venom and Chimi Show. I myself am a huge fan of Venom Revolver stuff. Please give him a follow and give him money. Sorry.
It's all fucked.
I'm sorry. That was not cool.
No, we're making the show pretty much just talking about random stuff, old classic stories. Our webcam, we've just been trying to get everything set up. Things are kind of a little choppy right now. We actually got this, Chimi got this brand new Blue Yeti today. So.
I'm broke now. It literally all my savings. I'm not going to be able to take care of my wife or child. Anyway.
God dang.
Sorry, gotta be real with it.
Movie reviews. You're talking about the new movie that Eminem made. Was that Bodied?
Yeah, actually, I don't really remember how old it is, but if you got YouTube Red or YouTube Premium or something, like, go check it out. It's a movie made by Eminem. It's called Bodied. But legitimately, first time I watched it, I was legitimately so hyped about it. It actually, I was jumping up and down on my couch like a little fucking schoolgirl. It was ridiculous. No, it was because generally it's pretty much 8 Mile, but funnier. Like, legitimately, like, that's the best way I can explain it. It's definitely a good watch.
Yeah, it is.
I was showing you a little bit on the drive back over here, but you definitely have to watch the rest. Like, legitimately, like, watch the rest whenever you come over again or something like that. And if you guys want to check it out, you have YouTube Red or something, go check it out. It's a fucking awesome movie.
Definitely.
Like, legitimately give me chills.
It definitely looks pretty good. I think it's kind of like portraying like how Eminem kind of came into the rap battle.
But it's
like,
funnier. It's goofier.
Yeah, it's a little bit goofier, but it was like more of like that weird white kid who nobody expected to rap.
Exactly. So it's I want to say it's the... Well, no, it's kind of the same story then, but
it's almost like in the same way of a story portrayed like Eminem.
Of 8 Mile, yeah.
Yeah, almost like 8 Mile.
But legitimately, it's... Imagine if 8 Mile was a privileged PC kid. That's legitimately the movie.
Yeah. It was a pretty good movie. I mean, so far. I need to actually finish it, but we'll get there.
You only got to, I think, the second battle that's in the movie.
Yeah, and the kid really killed it.
He roasted. He fucking roasted.
He roasted.
Dude, he fucking roasted their asses.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
But
what else?
Since we didn't actually, the videos aren't up and we didn't switch the settings because fuck. But we did talk about It Chapter 2 that did recently come out. And I want to just suggest again, because no one got to hear from the first time we were on here, go check it out. Definitely worth a buy. I would definitely say it's fun. It's fun. It definitely doesn't trump the originals, but it's fun. I liked it. All the CG battle effects and everything like that, it's fucking awesome.
Yeah, I also heard, I was seeing some reviews saying it was it was more of a comedy than a horror movie.
Yeah. I won't lie, it was.
And I honestly don't mind it, being a comedy, because the first one was actually kind of like a comedy. There's a lot of jokes aside from what the horror was actually going on in the movie.
Yeah, there definitely was. I think they leaned more on the spectrum, making it more of a comedy in that aspect. Because, I mean, the original movies, I don't want to say they were scary, they're more like thrillers, but I like the fact that they added so much comedy in it. Yeah. Like, whenever it comes to Richie, fucking holy shit, Richie in It Chapter 2 is fucking hilarious. He's fucking ridiculously hilarious. And legitimately, like, pretty much what I want to say for that, go watch it for the character of Richie. He's fucking hilarious.
Which one was Richie again?
He was the one with glasses, the comedian.
Oh, yeah. He was like the nerdy kid who was trying to get the girl, right?
No, that was Ben.
Oh, it was the bigger kid.
Ben was the bigger kid that was trying to get Bev.
Right.
And Richie was the one that was always making fun of him the entire time.
Right.
Like in the first one, whenever they picked whoever to go into the house to go fight it. And he's like, "Fuck, you guys are lucky we're not measuring dick sizes." that kid, all grown up. And actually on YouTube, I recently saw a Vanity Fair thing where the new cast, like the old cast and the younger cast, are like reviewing the movies like together. And I still want to watch that. I just saw it on YouTube as a recommendation. I want to check that out and see how it goes. But besides that, have you seen anything funny yet on YouTube?
Funny?
Look at me.
Any funny movies on YouTube?
Oh, I was just talking about anything funny in general.
I haven't seen a whole bunch of funny stuff. What could I say?
I don't know what kind of
There's those new comedies, those new Netflix originals comedies. Have you seen any of those on Netflix?
No.
There's a lot of Netflix comedies that just came out.
I personally don't like the Netflix original things. Like, I don't like those original things. I think they're weird.
I tell you, some of them are pretty bad. I'll give it to them, but there's some that I actually kind of liked.
Like what?
I think The Do-Over. It had he was the dude that played in The Grown Ups.
Adam Sandler.
Adam Sandler. Yeah. It's where he was taking his wife. He was like a bounty hunter, and she had a warrant out for her, and he got her.
Oh wait, was it with David Spade and Adam Sandler?
I think so.
Where they go off, it turns out Adam Sandler, you fucking motherfucker. You're gonna fucking have your son of a. This podcast is done. Thank you for watching. No, just kidding. Anyway. No, I didn't fucking watch that. I don't know. I kind of lost touch with Adam Sandler after a while. I feel like
he kind of did have a little bit like a fall off. I think, these new actors like you're talking about, like It, and these new kids starring in like the Stranger Things. Have you ever watched that show?
No, I did hear it was good though.
It is one I definitely recommend. It's pretty good. It's a little corny.
I don't know. It just didn't catch my attention. I just thought it looked kind of boring. That's the thing. I like the whole entire like the sci-fi area of shows and whatnot, and like how it's this mysterious background, and then go to like, what is it called, the other world or some bullshit.
Yeah,
like
it's
that?
like the upside down world, or to say a different dimension.
See, that intrigued me, but the show altogether looked kind of boring. Like, I'm not trying to badmouth the show. I've never seen it. But it just didn't catch my attention.
Right.
But then again, I could say that about like fucking Wilfred. I can say that about Wilfred or fucking like fuck.
Are
like,
they still going with that show?
No, it ended.
It ended?
Yeah, Wilfred ended.
How many seasons did it come out?
I think it came out in 5 seasons or something like that.
They really went on for 5 seasons.
Yeah, dude. Fucking, it was fucking. I loved it. I love fucking Wilfred.
I haven't honestly. I had kind of fell off.
It's
from Wilfred.
You gotta push through it, honestly. Like, but for me personally, like, I was like, no, fuck this show. I'm not gonna watch this fucking show. Like, legitimately, I first saw it, I was like, this is fucking stupid. Like, what the fuck? But then I pushed through the first episode. You gotta push through like the first 3 episodes, and then you'll get hooked. Like, I remember I pushed through the first 3. And then I actually binge watched it for 2 days straight. I didn't sleep I watched it from morning, and it stayed in my fucking room until the next fucking day at night because I was binge watching the episodes. It actually got me hooked.
Really? Yeah.
I think it's fucking hilarious.
I was watching like say the first season. And you know how it's hard to get in until you finally like it hooks you. There's like one of those episodes that just grabs you and you're into it. You're sitting there binge watching it.
What grabbed me about it is that there was they were like the entire fucking show is trying to find out what or who Wilfred is, and the fact that everyone sees it as a fucking dog, but fucking Elijah Wood sees it as a grown ass fucking man. That intrigued me, and that kept it going at the end of each season, being like, oh, he's hiding this, and you gotta find out next fucking season why he's hiding it. Like, fuck you, but I'll watch next season.
Yeah, they definitely have. I've heard Netflix, it's always the battle of Hulu and Netflix. They have the Netflix originals, they have the Hulu originals.
Does Hulu have original shows?
Yeah, they do.
I've never dealt with Hulu, so I don't fucking know. I've never literally put. I heard Hulu has commercials.
Yes, and I'll tell you what. So I have Hulu and Netflix. If you buy like a lower version of Hulu, you will have like commercials in the middle of your movie. And I believe like when you're watching a movie, you sit in there, you gotta watch a movie, unless it's like a TV show, kind of like you have satellite, you know. But when you're watching a real movie, you're getting into, and here comes a scene, and then boom, there's a commercial. It kind of ruins it, and it's kind of annoying after.
I mean, especially if it's in a fucking movie. The movies are meant to be sat and watched fully through, unless it's a fucking TV show where they actually have cuts they purposely did in the show for fucking commercials to fucking be in.
Right, and that's what they do on Hulu, and I think it's honestly kind of sucks. That's why I kind of like the Netflix originals a lot more than the Hulu originals, because they don't do that. You pay your price for that month and you get what you get.
Mm-hmm.
You get to watch your movies. You don't have to sit there. It's not like YouTube has to have ads to gain revenue through them, but with that, it's just annoying. It's not worth getting Hulu, I don't think. I'd rather watch Netflix.
Unless you're YouTube Red premium user.
Yeah, unless YouTube.
Yeah, it's quality sponsor. I wish, please. Anyway, no, I generally I think it's weird. I don't watch TV anymore, like at all. Like fucking, I can't remember the last time I genuinely watched. Actually, no, I do. Whenever I went on a trip with Zach to Colorado. I went with him and his girl and his sister and whatnot. We all went. It was for setting up their wedding and whatnot. And I went with them, and then we stayed in a hotel room, and that was legitimately the first time I watched TV in like fucking years. It was fucking ridiculous. And the commercials, holy shit, the commercials are fucking ridiculous now. There was one, dude, there was one where it was just, all of a sudden it showed kids playing in the yard, and then it fucking showed an old man walking downstairs, and then a dog passing him down the stairs, and then it showed people at a barbecue, and then all of a sudden it just transitioned to just a blue screen, and it's just filtered water. And I was like, what the fuck? What in this commercial advertised water? What the shit are you...
The commercials nowadays, it's like, have you heard of the drug commercials?
Are you talking about like the 90s ad commercial, drug commercials?
No, even today.
Are they still ridiculous now?
Yes, it's all... it was like a male enhancement, I heard actually the other day. It was actually
enhancement.
Yeah, it was on YouTube. And I was sitting there, I was listening to music, and this ad came on, and it's all like, well, if you take this pill, you have extremely bleeding from the ass, or something like that. No, it didn't.
I was about to say what? I was like, fucking TV's getting fucking better. What the shit?
It's just about as bad as that. They list like all these problems, and then be like, yeah, take this. Like you have all these underlining problems that you could have with your body if you take this pill, and it's only just to fucking have it like a boner. Like you just get a boner, and like you could have like
warning, you may suffer from schizophrenia, headaches, a nausea, or some bullshit like that.
Yeah, exactly.
But you will have an erection for 14 years.
Yeah, basically. It's ridiculous. Like that, I couldn't imagine. Like, why would you put that in a commercial? It just sounds terrible.
It's almost like they're trying to pander to like fucking Super Bowl commercials now. Like they're trying to make everything like a Super Bowl commercial now.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't make any fucking sense at all. Like, granted, yeah, and you know what? That actually reminds me, like Super Mega Podcast. If anyone knows Super Mega out there and big fans, would love to meet you guys. Maybe talk on your podcast. It's cool. Yeah. Anyway. Enough of me fanboying. They were talking on their podcast about how it's kind of ridiculous at the Super Bowl. Literally, people just mainly watch the Super Bowl for their fucking commercials, and people get excited to watch commercials during the Super Bowl.
Like, I guess I could say I'm one of those people.
That's like I never thought about it. Like, holy shit, we're just gonna get this giant nationwide group of people to be excited to watch fucking commercials, like during fucking after the halftime show or before. Like, I've never heard of a more. I don't want to say propagandist, but it sounds fucking ridiculous. Like, people get excited to watch commercials during the Super Bowl, but any other day of the year, they're like, fuck this shit. Like, this is stupid as hell.
Yeah, honestly, I hate commercials, but for the Super Bowls, they're just absolutely...
You're like, fuck yes!
Yeah, like, fuck yes, like the Bud Light at night, you know?
Fucking
stuff.
Stupid.
Yeah, they come up with the stupidest things, but people love it. They do love it.
It's because at that point, they're like, okay, what are we going to do to make people fucking laugh their asses off and also think about buying a Toyota? Like, no one's thinking about buying a Toyota.
No, they're just going to laugh at the commercial.
Like, literally, the Toyota is the background character of a fucking movie at that point. Like, legitimately, like, oh, there's Looney Tunes all over the place and people are dying. Toyota. It's just, that's legitimately what it is.
Oh my gosh.
Like legitimately, that's how they fucking resort to their fucking commercials in the Super Bowl. They make it so outlandish, and their product is the background of the commercial at that point.
It's just like that person sitting in the background, just like
just in the very background with a really, really horrible resolution picture. Just it's like Chevrolet, just in the back audience, and meanwhile there's a fucking fight going on in the front.
Yeah, it's like that. Yeah, basically what you said.
It's fucking ridiculous. And
really
thinking about that have you ever heard of the movie Food Fight?
Food Fight?
Yeah.
No, I haven't.
Okay, it's a super old movie. It's a complete animated. I'm pretty sure it's a children's movie. Like, it's got like huge stars in it. It's got fucking what's his name? Fucking Charlie Sheen. He's the main guy in it, and it's got I forgot what actors are in it. Fuck, I want to look it up, but it's got a shit ton of huge actors and actresses in it. And literally the entire movie is just a fucking brand sponsorship. Like, Mr. Clean's in it. Fucking, I'm pretty sure the dill pickle.
It's just a bad
movie? It's supposed to be what is it? Normal brands versus brand X. Like, pretty much name brand and generic brands fighting between each other. Some bullshit. Like, literally.
How do they come up with this stuff?
I don't fucking know, dude. But apparently, from what I heard about it, it got canceled for a little while, and then it got resurrected out of nowhere.
Like, who invests their money in? Like, one day they sit up and they're like,
"Hey
this
guys,
is what I'm gonna do.
let's make a movie about brands and just try to hint." Like, even the cover of the DVD cover, it shows the main characters in the background chasing literal name brand people, like the whale for the tuna is in a shopping cart along with the dill pickle guy and I don't know, like Miss Butterworth or something in a shopping cart. And the main characters are fucking very like blurred out in the background, but the brands are right up front in the fucking picture. It's fucking ridiculous.
God dang.
Yeah, I mean, Mrs. Butterworth is in the fucking movie too. Like,
in all my days, I've never thought that Mr. Butterworth was gonna be in a movie.
So, hey, should we put Mrs. Butterworth in it? Yeah, fuck it. Let's do it. Fuck
yeah.
Let's
let's
get paid
that.
from them too.
Yeah, don't forget the hillberry hillberry dough guy.
Hey, can we put the Quaker guy in there? It's fucking stupid as shit.
Yeah, they come up with some crazy ideas. But besides that, with like a movie, what's the craziest movie that you have honestly seen? Like not the worst, but like the most evil bad movie like they have out there.
Like genuinely like horrible, like don't watch this, like kind of bad.
Like it's like one of those ones where like fucked up in the head bad.
Oh fuck. I don't think. Well, I don't know. I want to say like the worst kind of movie I've seen, like when it's like mentally fucked. Like, who would fucking make this? No, I don't want to say Hostel. Like Hostel, I genuinely like Hostel.
But Hostel it's a pretty fucked up movie. But I think I had one that topped Hostel. And that was, have you heard of the Serbian film?
No, dude, no, I have heard of that. No, I refuse to watch that.
I watched it.
I refuse to fucking watch that shit. It sounds disturbing as hell, dude. Like,
so what all do you know from it?
I don't want to say because I'm afraid to, but I heard it's like this dude that and his wife is pregnant. And are we talking about this?
Okay, so that's one of the scenes. So basically, what the whole movie was about is about this guy. He was in like.
Isn't he a porn star or something?
Yeah, he was a porn star at one point, and then he had a family, and then
he tried to get out, right?
He got out of it, and then this guy was offering him a position back into the porn scene. Well, they do it, and they drug him, and it's actually like, have you heard of like Red Rooms from like the dark web and stuff?
Yes, definitely.
It's kind of like that, but like in like a porn deal. It's absolutely like. Evil.
So it's a fucking snuff film.
It's literally an NC-17 movie.
No, I refuse to watch it. I refuse to watch it mainly because not the fact that it would be gross or anything, but I genuinely just think I would get bored of it. Like it genuinely, like I don't know. I'm so desensitized when it comes to like movies and stuff like that. Fucking, I guess you can say with internet and mature content, whatever. But. I just think it would be boring. Like, I need something. I'm like a fucking squirrel. I need something to catch my attention, or else it's.
I think I'm in the same way. I have to have something like if I watch a horror movie, it cannot watch it to be cheesy. If it's cheesy, I'm turning it off.
You want to talk about fucking? Have you seen Clown by Eli Roth?
Clown.
It's okay. So the plot is this real estate guy trying to sell a house. He finds a trunk in there. The clown cancels for his son's birthday party. Oh no. They're gonna find a clown, and he tries to dress up as a clown.
Is it a movie that they made like it was a UK film or whatever?
No, I think it was American. I think it was US.
So go ahead.
But so he finds a trunk in this house he's trying to sell that's chained to the wall and the floor, and he finds a clown costume in it with a wig and nose and yada yada yada. He puts it on, and then later in the day. Kid falls asleep. He can't, and then showing up, he's slowly like, all of a sudden, he is being, like, I guess the suit that he put on, the clown suit, is conforming to his body, and he can't take it off. Like literally, yes. the rainbow wig, it then turns into his actual fucking hair.
Yeah, and then like his clown nose, the little red nose that they put on. Doesn't that turn into his actual nose?
And he tries to take it off, and they fucking rip it off, and the end of his nose is fucking ripped off completely.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that movie was.
Did you watch it?
Yes, I've seen it.
It's fucking so bad.
Oh my gosh, that's talk about who the fuck comes up.
Like legitimately, like I think one of the funniest scenes in it is what a really good actor's in it. I forgot what he's in. Oh, John Wick Chapter 2. He was in the very beginning scene. He was the mob boss's brother. He was sitting at the desk and he was saying like he killed him with a fucking pencil. Who does that shit? He was in Clown. Really? He was the brother of the guy that he originally had worn the suit, and they eventually got it off him by doing no spoilers. I'm not gonna spoil Clown. Go watch that movie. It's fucking horrible. But he eventually gets out. He knows the entirety behind it and whatnot. And he drugs the guy that has the suit on, and pretty much shows him all the lore behind it and whatnot, the lore behind clowns, and it's actually a demon.
Right, and there is a book behind it. Like it's gone. It's been passed on from it. Like you said, it's a lore.
It was actually his research from cutting out different books and different things and different pages and compiling it into one book of his own research that he's done, trying to fucking destroy it or some bullshit. And then eventually drugs him, and then that guy wakes up on a fucking table. He's like, what the fuck? And then the funniest part is because he's sharpening a fucking axe, and then he wakes up, he's like, what's going on? He's like, oh shit. He's like, you weren't supposed to be awake right now. Oh my God. And then he fucking goes to chop his head off. He's like, you just need to relax. This will only take a second. Like, brings it close to his neck, backs up, brings it close to his neck again, and then the third time, slowly brings it close to his neck again. And then he fucking goes and tries to whack him. He gets fucking out of the restraints. But there's a fucking axe still hanging out of his fucking collarbone. He's like, what the fuck?
I think I mean, other than it being scary, that was honestly a pretty funny part out of the movie.
It was. I thought the entire movie was fucking hilarious.
Yeah,
like,
it was like more of a comedian horror film.
Definitely was. It was. I can't find the word for it, but it was fucking hilarious. Altogether, that fucking movie was fucking hilarious as shit.
Yeah.
Like genuinely, I like the idea of having like a clown supernatural film, like or a clown sci-fi film where the clown is like, the plot of the movie was good. I like that. Like I was so intrigued by it.
Right.
But the way they fucking directed it and made it, it was fucking hilarious. Yeah. It was bad. It was bad.
It was bad. It was like one of those kind of like it's bad, but it's also funny, so it's interesting to watch. Then
it is, but it's definitely a one-time watch. Like it's forgettable. It's a fucking forgettable movie.
Yeah, I definitely forgot about it after.
Yeah, like, I think I watched it once, and then I forced myself through a second time of it because I was showing my girlfriend and my dad and my dad's girlfriend and whatnot. I was showing them it to see their reactions of how fucking stupid the movie was. It was almost as bad as The Green Inferno by Eli Roth. Like, did you see that one too?
Yes.
Like,
was it the same guy who?
It was the same guy that made Hostel. Like, he made Clown and The Green Inferno. Like, legitimately, I don't know how he goes from Hostel, which is a huge like.
Hostel was a very, very good film.
Fucking great. Like, that movie has actually given me a fear for visiting other countries. Like, yeah, I refuse to.
Because they do like have these actual.
I mean,
things that go on and you don't hear about it.
You don't hear about it, like, because it's all being like watered down and whatnot. Being like, oh, someone's been killing someone, and I guess at that point you can go back. You can pretty much dwindle it into conspiracy theory.
Yeah,
because that's pretty much all it is. Because there's no proof behind any of it.
Right.
But personally, myself, I don't want to say I firmly believe in it, but I know there's a lot leaning toward it. Because I don't want to end up starting a flame war, being like, oh, fuck you, like all this.
Definitely. I honestly think there's a lot of crazy things out there, like, we just don't hear about it. Because, have you ever thought of it never being caught? Nobody's ever caught it or heard about it because they're so secret about it.
Oh, definitely, yes. I mean, are you fucking kidding me? Like, everyone does that shit. Like, and that goes around the term, like, you never know who your fucking neighbor is. Like, that kind of bullshit.
They could be a serial killer for God, who knows.
Fucking, they could be an otherworldly entity just acting as a human. Like, who fucking knows? Like,
Invader Zim.
Like, dude, your eyes are a little big. Oh, yeah, I was born this way. Oh, you're not an alien? No? Alright, cool. See you tomorrow, Jim. That's legitimately, like, all I can fucking imagine from that.
That would honestly be creepy to find out, like, if it was real.
Fucking, I'd be like, yo, what's up? Like, can I get in on this? Like, can you maybe show me some secrets or something? And then I would be gruesomely murdered in some extra dimensional way.
That sounds like all kinds of fun.
It would be worth it just to know it, and then I'm caught in a never-ending loop like that movie, The Endless, or whatever it's fucking called, The Reckoning, or so. I forgot the one we were talking about the other day.
I think it was Endless, where it was
the
cult.
Yeah, that UFO weird death cult or some shit.
Yeah,
like it. And honestly, speaking of conspiracy theories, what is the funniest conspiracy theory you've heard of?
I've heard of plenty. I've listened to the Joe Rogan podcast. And
does he talk about conspiracy theories?
They talk a lot about conspiracy theories, and a lot of people don't believe there has been a moon landing, even though there's
I've heard that. I
mean, there's funny. Well, I think the funniest one is people think the world is flat. That's the.
Dude, I think that's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, that's one of them. I think of my top ones right there.
Like fucking though I think the funniest one I've ever heard of was the moon is actually a nightlight put in the sky by NASA.
Really?
Yeah.
Is there really a conspiracy theory out there that
like, I don't know if it's a legitimate conspiracy theory, but it was a funny thing I did end up looking up. I thought it was fucking hilarious that the moon is a legitimate nightlight put in by NASA to hide this conspiracy that we're all drones in a giant like fucking dome or some bullshit like that. Like the Truman Show. Like we're living in a Truman Show simulation or some bullshit.
Oh god. I've heard ones where they said that the Nazis weren't defeated and that they live in a moon.
A moon base, right?
A moon base.
I've heard that. And
there's actually a movie about that. I honestly don't remember it.
Is there legitimately a movie about Nazis on the moon?
Yes, and their Nazis are on the moon and they fucking have this huge ass base.
Is it like a comedy movie or something?
No, it's a legit...
It's a serious movie?
Yeah, it's a serious movie. And like, it's so terrible.
Dude, I mean, how the fuck can you make a movie like that? Like, a plot of that, like Nazis on the fucking moon with a base. How can you make that into a fucking serious movie? I don't understand.
Dude, it beats me. Honestly, but it's like, sounds like a really good idea, but it's just...
It sounds like a comedy, dude. It sounds like a comedy movie.
Yeah, it'd be a comedy, like, have Hitler.
Like, you know what movie was, like, I think the biggest, like, conspiracy theory bullshit that ever, like, came to was... Have you ever seen Apollo 18?
Yes, I've seen that. And that one was actually supposed to be kind of serious about with aliens being on the moon, right?
Yeah, I mean, even after it ended, there wasn't any credits. It was just a link to a website that said...
that is right.
Yeah, uncover the mystery or some bullshit like that, or Apollo 8 or some bullshit. But, like, I was, like, whenever I first saw it, I was like, oh, fuck, yes, like, holy shit. Like, is this some, like, are they trying to, like, let us know about some shit? And I was like, oh, this is just a fucking giant ad campaign for this movie I'm watching. What the fuck? It was because I believe that link actually just brought you to the movie's website.
Yeah, it did. I actually think I looked it up because I was, like, excited about Apollo 18. The trailers looked pretty sick.
It looked like
I honestly
liked it.
I liked it. It was pretty good. It was like on the edge of your seat type of movie, and I really enjoyed that part of it. And those type of movies I really love because you don't know what's gonna happen next, and it's got you hooked pretty much.
It definitely does. And whenever it comes to movies like that, it definitely has you fucking think a lot more about more random bullshit that you'll never prove. Yeah. But I want to say it sends you on a mental insanity at that point, because then you start digging deeper into fucking conspiracy theories from all the way down to hell. Like, good lord.
Yeah, it does. And the type of conspiracy theories that people come up with, definitely.
Dude, like fucking aliens are actually demons in disguise. That's a conspiracy theory. Huh. Demons are yeah, because they're like, hey, look at these guys. They're going to end up in hell pretty soon. just take off. And actually, talking about that, fucking. Well, what's the most ridiculous alien like thing that you've heard?
Alien thing.
Like I want like legitimate like person being like, hey, I was abducted or some bullshit like that.
There's been like a lot of accounts of people being abducted. I've heard, but. I'm not sure. People say they've been abducted and they don't remember it, but they remember their parts, and like I feel like a lot of people lie about it. I don't really believe much in it.
I think majority of them are just from people that aren't really mentally healthy in that aspect.
I can agree with you on that. Like a lot of people that do that, I don't think.
Like they're not all up there like correctly. Like I personally don't think so.
And I believe like they do see like lights in the sky or anything like that. Like, but I don't believe like they actually take them and.
I think their imagination is just taking a hold of them.
Yeah, because the brain, if you think about it, the brain is a very, it's a strong like.
I mean, our
brains are crazy.
Like literally, at one point, we could just literally mentally fuck ourselves just randomly at one point, just on some stupid shit.
Yeah, I mean, like, where we live, you see these people that have done drugs literally so much to where you see them on the street and they literally gone, like, mentally insane. Where they live in this...
tweaking, like, hardcore, dude.
They literally live, like they're in a fantasy world, pretty much, it seems like. When you kind of wonder what goes through their head, but it looks like they're living in a fantasy world, like
they could be casting some spells or shit.
Yeah,
in the open world.
See that dude in the parking lot, that like the fucking tweaker's all like fucking putting his hands out, all
doing moments like magic missile.
Like, I cast my spell of.
I need to cast a protection spell.
Protection spell.
I want to see someone that legitimately, like, sees fucking the world as a fucking video game or something. Like, fucking they see themselves wearing wizard's clothing or some bullshit.
I have.
Have you seen...
So this kid, well, he wasn't doing drugs or anything, but he wasn't, like, this kid wasn't really mentally stable there. So this kid, it was back when I was in school, in high school. And, I mean, I was always really nice to the kid. I was never mean. But he was just kind of that one kid you're like, okay, cool.
I'm kind of scared.
Yeah, doing some weird stuff over there, dude. But he was sitting there, and like he literally got in trouble. The teacher sat him down and on the bench for a while. We were in the gym, and he literally sat there, just blank for like 5 minutes. Then randomly just sits up, acts like he's robot, like, and like starts fucking shooting everybody.
Are you serious?
Oh, like straight sound effects, like going all out, like making the robot sounds,
like fucking.
And then he just like did the robot sound of like going down, like and just sat there for another 5 minutes.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I like the idea of him thinking like he's responding as a new character or some shit.
Honestly, I really liked the kid. You could actually talk to him.
Was he just
he was
there?
there.
A good guy, or
yeah, he was like generally a good guy. He was honestly pretty cool if you talked to him, but he was just like, I think he was just not completely there, but
he was just living in his own mind.
Yeah, he was just living in his mind 24/7, doing his own fun things.
Yeah, baby.
I'm going to bed.
Okay, babe. Okay. Hold on. Give me. Don't mind it, okay? It's our stuff. Look, babe. I'll be in there soon. And back to the podcast. But legitimately, like, I don't think I've ever legitimately known someone that's literally only lived in their fucking head. Like, there was a time and place where I was just so, I guess, emo, but fucking, I was legit, all I did was fucking play video games. But like at max, like, I think that's like the most I've ever been in my head was like my video game like phase.
Yeah.
Like at most, but I've never actually witnessed or been like hanging out with someone that's legitimately just seen the world in their own personal view and fucking like video game style shit or fucking.
And you can understand that, like, maybe like younger kids at the time, they have big imaginations, they think, you know, but when you're older and you're in high school, it's a lot different.
It's hugely different.
Yeah, it's hugely different.
At that point, you're literally becoming an adult, and you should be forming to society, I guess.
Yeah, so they say.
So it's a quote unquote PC culture. Anyway, sorry, this shit's gonna get taken down right away. Yeah. So let's talk about something controversial. Jared from Subway. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh gosh, is he actually in jail?
Yes, dude.
He's still in jail?
He's a fucking pedophile. Of course he's in jail, dude.
Well, I knew he went to jail, but is he still in jail?
I'm pretty fucking sure, dude, he's still in fucking jail. That dude molested fucking kids. Fucking hell. If he's not, terrible. He should still be in jail, but...
Yeah, definitely should be.
I'm pretty sure he's still in fucking jail, though. Like, fucking hell.
Poor Jared, he's getting those 12-inch subs.
Oh my god.
Served to him.
Oh, he's definitely on a new kind of Subway diet.
Yeah.
Like, legitimately, like, honestly, I did not expect that out of, like, a public figure like that.
Oh.
Like, so huge like that. Like, I remember seeing him still in the commercials, like, hi, I'm Jared from Subway, and these were my old pants that could fit 20 fucking people. But I ate nothing but Subway, and I'm clinically depressed, and I'm losing weight, though. Fucking... And then fucking turns out like, oh, Jared from Subway's arrested for fucking touching kids. Like, what?
Oh my god.
Excuse me?
Well, that's kind of like comes back to Pee Wee Herman.
You can't.
Well, it was I can't say they're alike, but Pee Wee Herman was like masturbating in a theater full of kids.
It wasn't full of. It was an adult theater.
Or was it an adult theater?
I'm pretty sure it was. I'm pretty sure it was an adult theater.
I could be wrong. Honestly, I haven't really looked it up, but I just heard you got caught masturbating in public, which isn't as bad as like molesting kids. That's fucking terrible.
It's not, dude.
You should be in jail for fucking.
You really should, and like I'm almost 100% sure it was. He was in an adult theater, and he just decided to play with his little Pee Wee Herman. And then fucking they're like, dude, no, not even in an adult theater you can do that.
Oh.
He's probably like, but I'm just trying to touch my willy. What can I do? I can imagine him fucking doing the Pee Wee voice like, I'm just trying to touch my willy here. Where's my bike? Trying to get away on his fucking bike, dude.
Oh god.
No, but I think after that, I think they made him do like a ad campaign for like as kind of a not a probation, like a work hours of shit like that.
Yeah, I think he had like to do community service, and
I think one part of his community service was doing like a anti-drug like commercial or something like that. And it was, I don't know if you ever seen it. I think it was in the 90s or something like that. I think, and it just shows like like a black screen and it fades into the image of him with a spotlight on him, and it's him in his Pee Wee Herman gear, and he's just holding up a small little vial of white rocks in it, and he's like, this is crack. It's like, fucking, how is anyone taking this seriously? Like, Pee Wee, no.
Can you imagine his manager trying to talk to him, trying to get him to
Pee Wee, like, look, this is, you get half your community service hours dropped with this commercial.
God damn it, Pee Wee, we fucked up big time this time. So you gotta do it. You gotta put on the outfit and you have to do this, okay?
It's like, fucking, come on, man. I just jerked my dick a little bit. Like, just fucking do it. Have community service hours fucking paid off right there. Like, fuck him. Let me plaster my hair real quick. Yeah, okay, what's my line? This is crack? Are you fucking serious? Yeah, make it really dramatic, too. You can't make Pee Wee Herman dramatic, dude.
No, you can never take Pee Wee Herman seriously. Like, that voice. Who takes that serious?
This is crack. Don't do crack, kids. It's fucking ridiculous. You can't fucking see Pee Wee Herman in a fucking spot like that. No, you can't.
You can't at all.
And actually, did you watch the newest Pee Wee Herman movie?
I think No, I actually didn't watch the newest Pee Wee Herman, but
what's it called? Like Pee Wee's Big Holiday or some bullshit?
Yeah, they came back out as like original. I think one of his originals.
I never saw it, and I don't know. I thought it was weird that they kind of brought that. I don't know if you ever seen True Blood before, but it's this werewolf dude that is like this. I forgot his name, but he's like, this your sexiest man or some bullshit. He's like full beard. He was in Magic Mike. Yes, I've seen Magic Mike. Don't fucking judge me. I've seen both of them. Don't judge me.
There's two of them?
Shut up. Shut up. He's in both, but he was in a movie with fucking Pee Wee Herman, and I'm just thinking like, dude, this other dude plays a literal fucking male stripper in Magic Mike, and you're gonna fucking mix and match him with Pee Wee Herman, dude? Like, it's just kind of awkward. Because all I see is a stripper dude and someone that jerked his dick in an adult theater. That's all I'm seeing. But have you legitimately never seen the Magic Mikes?
I legitimately, like, I haven't seen them at all. I refuse to watch them.
I can't really badmouth the movies. Like, the second one sucked. Like, at the first one, I never actually paid attention to it, because I thought I was just trying to drown it out. I was like, it's fucking Magic Mike. This is just stupid. Like, but I eventually ended up fucking watching it, and I gotta say, the plot, it wasn't that bad. It was like a genuinely good movie whenever it came to its plot. But the second one was fucking awful. Like, at the second one, they were just trying to cash in money at that point. They were just trying to grab money. And they pretty much just made it a full-on stripper fucking film at that point. And it was ridiculous. Like,
yeah, of course all the ladies were like, oh, the Magic Mike.
Dude, apparently my mom, she went to go fucking see the first one in theaters. And she said all of the women that went to fucking see it, I think it was at the local theater we have over here. She said she went to go fucking see it. and all the females there were dressed down in fucking like their club dresses, high heels, and she said all of them reeked of fucking a mix of perfume, like up the ass, dude. And my mom was like, why the fuck are you guys acting like you're going out to a real fucking strip club? Like, what the fuck? She's
Really?
like legitimately, apparently all these females were dressing up to go to an actual fucking strip club. And she's like, I came in my warm-ups. I just came to watch a fucking movie, and my senses are so muddled with perfume now. Like, legitimately, it was, like, from what I heard, I was like, that's fucking stupid. Like, what the fuck? Do you think the actor's gonna come out of the picture and start grinding on them or something? Yeah. Making an actual porn film at that point?
Yeah, that's... No. Just no.
But that fucking... Have you ever almost had a... I know this is really specific, but have you ever had, like, a... Have you ever felt like you're about to get murdered in a movie theater before? By everyone that's in the theater?
No.
No. It happened to me one time. It was during the Twilight movies.
Oh, no.
And I was way younger. The movies came out when we were younger. And
right. We were a lot younger back then.
I think I was like, fuck, when did they come out? I want to say I was like in my 16s or something.
Like, which one did you see? Was it the first one? Or?
My mom made me go to every single one in theaters. She forced me to. And I was like, are you fucking kidding me?
Every single one?
Yes. I've seen every single one, back and forth. Like, fuck. But the last one, I think, was it Breaking Dawn Part 2 or some bullshit?
I think
Is that
so.
the last one?
I watched, like, a couple, like, with my mom or something back in the day. And that was like, I was like, this, it sucks. I like blood, gore, and
yeah, seriously. But I went to the theater. It was the first showing, like the opening showing for it and whatnot. And we sat down in the theater. I was sitting with my mom. I was like, fucking mom, please kill me. Like, fucking, I don't want to watch this. And she's like, shut up. You're watching it. You have no fucking choice. I was like, oh, fine. And then at the ending, just in case anyone that hasn't seen it, spoilers, there's a scene in there where they confront the Volturi, which is like the one in black robes and whatnot.
Yeah.
And then they confront the Cullens and whatnot, being like, oh, you had a vampire daughter. That's illegal. We gotta fucking kill you now. And they're like, no, she's half human, half vampire. I birthed her out of my vagina. And they're like, fuck you, you're wrong. And at one point she goes up and tries to show the main one, like, hey, these are my visions. She can show people visions of the future by touching or some bullshit.
Yeah.
And the past of what she's seen and whatnot. And she just stops. She's like, it doesn't matter what I show you. You're going to kill us anyway. And then she turns to them and she says, run. And then they capture her, the one that can see the future, because they've always wanted her for her, like, sight and whatnot.
Right.
And then the father gets pissed on the Cullen side and says, let her go, and runs, like, does a super vampire speed run, Sonic run to him. And then fucking, he jumps in there to go attack him, and the main one hands the other vampire to one of the other the Volturi, jumps up, and all of a sudden you hear it, and hear him groan, and you see the dad just on the floor, and then he just looks over the Cullens, and then it pans down to the dad's head in his hand. And at that point, that fucking movie theater was full of nothing but females, so I heard nothing but, no! Oh my god! And I laughed so hard. As soon as it showed the dad's head, I laughed so incredibly hard that everyone in the theater fucking heard me. And everyone, like half of the people stood up and turned and directly gave me death eyes. And I was like, oh fuck, and I turned around, looked behind me, everyone was glaring at me, like literally everyone in the theater just fucking, I felt like I had lasers on me. I was so scared for my fucking life, because I literally did one of those fucking exaggerated comedy laughs in the theater.
It's
when they showed it.
Have you ever seen that comedy movie, Vampires Suck?
Yes, dude.
Like, Team Jacob, bitch!
Fucking, dude, it felt worse than that. It felt worse than that. I thought I was actually gonna get hurt. And I was like, I'm just a kid. Please don't touch me. Like, fucking hell. But literally, there were people that legitimately got out of their way to get up and stalk me and fucking stare at me with a death stare. And I was like, and I was still residual laughing, like, and then I just looked around and I was like, Oh shit! I just stayed down. I was like, "Fuck!" Just keep watching the movie. At that point. I was like, "I'm never fucking making fun of a widely liked movie like that again, because I will get hurt. I will genuinely get hurt."
Honestly, was it me and you that went and see The Evil Dead?
No, I don't. Wait,
In theaters
did I see The Evil Dead in
We
theater?
snuck into the theater when we were a lot younger. I think we were around 17 or something.
No, I didn't then. It
I
wasn't
think
me.
Zach, Terry...
It might have been you guys, because I was probably like, "Fuck off, I need to sleep." It was
Probably,
always
or
my
you-
excuse with you
were
guys.
probably working or something. But we snuck into the theater and fucking we were watching The Evil Dead, and we had these girls with the popcorn right in front of us, and we kind of sat like in the first aisles, and it came to one of the scariest scenes in the movie, and we're like, where this chick literally had a bucket full of popcorn and flung it like
All on
over
you
us.
guys?
Yeah, all over us, and we're like, what the fuck?
Are you
And
serious?
she was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry."
I would have been pissed.
I was like, God dang, like, you know how greasy the popcorn is
Yeah,
at-
dude,
at-
are you fucking
at
kidding me?
theaters. Like, they put extra fucking butter on that shit.
I would have been like, "Yo, what the fuck?" just really scared the shit out of them.
It was honestly pretty funny though. It was like there was popcorn everywhere, and I'm sure the guy who had to clean that shit up. He's like, "Goddamn motherfuckers!"
Right?
Like, God, they gotta clean up all this
Like,
popcorn.
legitimately, I think movie theater employees should be paid way more for what they do. Dude.
Oh
Like,
yeah, for as
holy
much
shit.
food and shit they have to clean up, and yeah,
Especially like over where we live, we have a place in another town. It's close by. It's a dollar theater, and like it's pretty much what they do. Shut the fuck. Shut your fucking. As I was saying before, I was so rudely interrupted. Like I was saying, in another town close to us, it's Albuquerque. We live in New Mexico, but we have a place called a dollar theater, and whenever mainstream movies are done with being showed like in their prime time or whatnot, and they drop out of there, they go to the dollar theater, and legitimately it's only $1 to watch the movie. So you wait like 3 weeks after the movie's out of main theaters, and you just go there, pay $1, watch it. But legitimately, like, I've heard some fucking horror stories about that dollar theater. Like, I've heard people finding used needles and fucking all kinds of shit
no
there.
way.
Yeah, like legitimately, I've heard of some.
I'm sure people. I've heard so many times people fucking in movie theaters. I'm sure they found like nasty stuff.
Damn, dude, like used condoms everywhere.
Yeah,
I'm sure,
used
dude.
condoms, definitely.
Like, which really sucks about it, because I think the dollar theater, I think it's a nice idea. Like, hey, you know what? You didn't fucking feel like it was worth it to pay the full price. Come over and fucking watch it for a good, decent price.
right.
But then, like, it doesn't help that it's in, like, a bad part of the town. Like, I wouldn't say it's really in a bad part. I think it just attracts a lot of bad attention.
Yeah, but like, that's comes with anywhere you go.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, but still, like, it used to be nice, and it just got completely fucking ruined.
Yeah.
It's pretty much like a porn store at that point. Like,
That's
it's
disgusting.
gross. It's fucking disgusting.
Yeah, it's just like the cheapest way people, can go watch a movie. Oh, $1, okay, and then they sneak in their own snacks. And
Yeah.
honestly, I could say I'm one of those people that sneak in my own snacks.
Who fucking doesn't? Like,
Yeah, honestly,
legitimately.
who doesn't? I mean, who does? Like, I guess, do you have money to spend $10 on a bucket of popcorn?
Well, legitimately, what I've actually thought about doing recently, which I recently did for It Chapter 2, go watch it. Definitely a good watch. I legitimately just had a giant full meal before I went into the theater, so I wouldn't even bother waiting in concession stands or anything like that.
Right.
Like, I legitimately, like, Fuddruckers, great place, fucking love Fuddruckers. They now have a 3-pound burger there, which I'm totally excited for.
Oh, yeah. Dude.
But fucking, whenever I went, it was technically like my birthday, like dinner and whatnot, because my birthday's coming up pretty soon. And I got myself a pound burger with the extra fries and whatnot, the drink and all that. I fucking scarfed that down. Like, and then it was like 15 minutes before we went into the theater. And throughout the entire movie, I was so fucking full. I had no interest in drinking or eating anything at all. Like, legitimately, if, like, people try that out. Like, go have yourself a nice fucking fulfilling meal and then go watch a movie, so you don't have to worry about eating, like, sugary candies or whatnot, or sneaking in anything. Like, I legitimately thought it was a good idea.
I think I've done that before. I went and took a girl out, to Buffalo Wild Wings. We ate, we chowed down, or we actually ordered it to go. We went to the movie theater, sat in the parking lot in our car, munched down on some Buffalo Wild Wings, and then went in. We're like, yeah, we don't.
There's no way in fucking hell.
So full.
But another downside to that is, I mean, after a full meal, you get fucking tired, and and depending if it's a fucking boring movie, like you might fall fucking asleep.
Yeah,
dude.
you might fall asleep.
Oh, but speaking of that, have you ever been to? It's a place in our state. It's called Flick's Brew House.
I've heard of it.
Have you been to it?
I haven't been to it. I honestly would love.
Dude, like, go to it. It's a little pricey, but it's fucking worth it. You're definitely getting what you fucking pay for. Like, they brew their own beers in-house, their own specialty beers. Like, I went and saw, I think it was Infinity War in theater there, and they had their own special brewed beer called the Scarlet Witch or something like that.
Really?
And it was a red ale beer that was mixed with like cranberries and like some other fucking fruit. I don't fucking know, but it was fucking delicious. Like, and each seat is a recliner seat that has a button on the side, and you have a table in front of you as well that it swivels out. So while you're relaxing, you can fucking order meals while you're watching a movie with that button. You just press it, a waitress or waiter comes out and they're like, what would you like to eat? And you can just fucking, they have a little menu there, so you can tell them like, I want this and I want a fucking pint of beer or whatnot. And they'll go make it, they'll bring it to you right in the middle of the showing, so you can fucking just chow down and watch a movie and drink a beer.
That sounds honestly awesome. And I bet the person who came up with the idea of, drinking beer and having a meal at a theater is
fucking loaded. Fucking loaded,
that
dude.
Is
like legitimately, like I wish I had that fucking idea.
Me too. And honestly, I'm glad that we have it, because who else can say, I can go have some beer and have a meal at a theater
legitimately,
and watch this movie.
Like, I can't think of any fucking movie theaters where you can have a legitimate alcoholic beverage while you watch a fucking movie. I think that's a fucking fantastic idea.
Yeah.
Like, and the nice part about it is the place is so classy. Like, it's not rambunctious, it's not rowdy. If people drink too much, they can kick them out right away. But there's never, like, any incidents of people being rowdy. They're just legitimately there to enjoy a movie while they drink.
That's honestly pretty sick. And, when you go to a bar, people start getting rowdy because, they're not preoccupied with what they're doing. Like, when you're preoccupied watching a movie, you don't care. You're just getting buzzed and...
Yeah, exactly. Like, and I think, especially if you go to watch a comedy movie and you can drink in a theater... Oh my god, like, at that point, everyone's fucking laughing their asses off at the smallest, funniest scene.
Oh, yeah.
Which I fucking love the idea of.
It intensifies it. Makes it 10 times better.
Hell yeah, it's fucking great. And, like, legitimately, like, and it's all, I believe it's all stout pour, I believe. There's never any can unless you specifically ask for it or whatnot.
Yeah.
Glasses are always chilled, so you can always have a fucking cool, refreshing fucking beer. It's fucking fantastic. Like, legitimately, if you guys have a fucking movie theater that has a fucking drinking anything around you, go fucking try it out. If it's fucking classy enough and you feel like doing it, it's a great experience. Like, I've done it once and it was fucking fantastic. I definitely want to go back again.
I definitely got to try it out now. I have never tried it out.
So. Like, shoot, maybe one of these days we can fucking set up a fucking plan to go watch the next horrible Marvel movie or whatnot.
Another freaking action-packed, blowing up...
fucking Michael Bay bullshit. Like, legitimately, what's the latest fucking thing Michael Bay has done? Is it Transformers?
Yeah, it was Transformers, and they kind of... Well, no, it's the Bumblebee. The Bumblebee.
Did Michael Bay do that?
I honestly don't know if Michael Bay did it, but I assume because he did most of the Transformers, didn't he?
I want to say he did all of them. I definitely know he did like the first two, but I don't know. I didn't watch any of the other ones after the first two. Like, legitimately, I thought at that point I was like, they're just trying to fucking beat a dead horse dry right now.
Yeah,
like,
it was the Transformers had to fall.
Yeah, it really did. Like, I'm trying to think of another series that really had fucking, like, it just fell off after too many movies. Oh, actually, a good one. The Insurgent series that fucking fell off. Like, that fucking... I heard horrible reviews after the second movie and whatnot. And there were only 3 movies, weren't there?
Of Transformers?
Insurgent.
Insurgent? Yeah, okay. Insurgent. Yeah, there was only 3 movies. And it was... The first one, or was it Maze Runner? And
I don't know
Insurgent.
No, I think... Well, Insurgent and Maze Runner aren't a part of the same series.
Oh, yeah, no, that's right. Insurgents is when they have the certain type of powers, right?
No, that's the different factions. They like
factions. Yeah, they have like fire or earth or...
Yeah, it's those ones. Like, you can be a civilian worker helping people. You can be the bookworm smart people. You can be basically the Marines of all of the factions. Or you can be the high class society ones or some bullshit. And you have to choose at that point. And fucking... Like, I watched the first movie. I thought the first movie was pretty decent. And the second movie... I fell off, and the third movie, I heard horrible fucking reviews. Like, I heard it was a fucking bomb. Like, it was terrible.
Dang.
Like, and Maze Runner, I heard Maze Runners were pretty good.
Maze Runners are actually pretty good.
I've only seen the first one. That's it.
And they came out with, like, Scorched Earth and some other ones like that.
Like, End Trial or some bullshit.
Yeah, and they were pretty good. It kind of made some sense, but... I feel like it could have needed. They could have done a little bit better. There could have been a little bit more to it.
Was it pretty much a linear plot at that point that it wasn't interesting enough? Or?
Yeah, it wasn't interesting enough. Like, I actually almost had a hard time watching it. Maze Runner was pretty interesting. Like how they started it off.
I think that was interesting. Like, nobody knew what happened. They're stuck in this maze and they're trying to get out, and they have these robotic creatures, whatever, chasing them through these.
And aren't there like monsters and shit too like that throughout the film? Or
yeah, there is monsters, and like, it's been a little while since I'd have to like refresh my mind on it, but it's pretty much like that. They have like zombies or whatever.
Oh, fucking hell! But like legitimately, like shit like that, like. I didn't hear much about it though. That was the thing that kind of put me off by it. I like reading reviews of like. Not like whenever it comes to Rotten Tomatoes or anything. I like reading actual audience reviews from it. Yeah, like, oh, that shit's good. Like fucking I don't know if you've ever seen Killer Clowns from Outer Space. Like fuck, it's such a bad movie, but it's such a cult classic. Like, I actually used to be fucking terrified as a kid because of that movie.
I remember you telling me about that. It was one of those cult classics.
I don't know. It was something about the fucking animatronic fucking costumes they had on. Like, I think it was the over large, like, features, like the ears and the eyes drooping or some bullshit. It just scared the shit out of me. And the fact that they were clowns, I was like, no, fuck this, dude. Like, that's fucking ridiculous.
Watching that movie on shrooms?
Not talking about that. I don't know. Can we talk about that?
Yeah.
No, I can't imagine. I can't legitimately imagine that. I cannot at all. Like, I feel like I would actually have a heart attack. And well, right now, I think I'd probably laugh my ass off. And I would be on the ground crying probably from it. But I don't know. I got out of my I'm terrified of clowns phase a long fucking time ago. So I just think they're fucking hilarious now.
Yeah, that movie, I was like, what is this movie? It's Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
And legitimately, there was word around saying they were going to remake the movie. Which I was like, fuck yes. Like, I want that.
If they do, I honestly... If they had a petition, I'd sign that petition.
I would fucking sign it. I would sign it like fucking 400 times.
We should make a petition right now.
Dude, I'm fucking down. But actually, I heard the original makers of the film, apparently, I think they signed a deal that they were going to turn it into a TV series. Like, I honestly don't know how the fuck that's gonna work, like, because that movie is such a simple plot, like, it's A to B, and fucking with the TV series, you have so much that can go in between, and so many mysteries that can lead onto it.
Definitely.
I don't see how that would work as a TV series.
You want to know what they did with a TV series that they came out with from an old classic movie? Have you seen The Dark Crystal?
No. I think I've heard of it though. What is it about?
It's these like little. It's it's a totally different world. There isn't humans or anything. They're like these creatures. They live on this world. There's these dark crystals, and like there's the way everything works. Like the dude who ever thought up of how this movie is supposed to work was obviously one of those hippies from the 1970s who did too much acid.
Oh my god.
But the movie is honestly really good. Like, I think it's something you should really go back watch. You should watch the classic, and then Netflix Originals came out with a season of they came out with a series now. Brand new.
Dark Crystal?
Of the Dark Crystal, and it's actually from the 1980s. This film is.
Oh really?
Yeah, and it is. I watched Dark Crystal on Netflix. It is absolutely good.
The actual TV show.
Yeah, they did a freaking amazing job with it. Like, the animations were freaking spot on. It didn't look as corny.
So is it live action or is it animated?
It's live action.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Just
Okay.
like how they did. They kind of do like these little dolls, pretty much. In the old one, it was honestly so bad, like, because it's an old movie that when they talk their mouths, sometimes they weren't always moving. And
oh really?
yeah, I mean this one, I mean,
It's spot on.
it's
with everything.
spot on. They did so well with it. I'm like so impressed with Netflix originals.
You know what I want to fucking see Netflix do like a legitimate like series on is based on like a movie or shit. Fuck, I lost it. God damn it. I was about to say something like it was a like horror-esque, like really like fucked up like sci-fi mystery horror type fucking movie, but I forgot what the fucking name was. It fuck, I lost it. Maybe I'll remember it later. But fucking whenever it comes to that like horror genre, have you ever seen the movie The Void?
The Void.
Like it's
how recent is it? Is it new or is it a little bit older?
It's definitely 2000s. I don't know how recent. I want to say maybe 2008 or something, or maybe 2010. It might be a lot sooner than I'm thinking, but because it looks genuinely pretty good, it has the feel of a goofy like 1990s or 1980s like horror.
Yeah,
it has like the same goofy feel to it. Like, I guess the best way I can explain it is like maybe like Quentin Tarantino's like Death Proof or something like that. It has kind of that same feel to it.
Yeah.
Whenever it comes to its goofiness, but it like down to the core of it, it's a legitimate like horror thriller movie, and it's legitimately about opening a dimension to this alternate dimension with this cult that ends up bringing in these monsters and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
That a sheriff and a couple other people are trying to fight off or something like that. But I've never actually genuinely seen the movie. I want to. I started looking into it and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
And then eventually led me down a weird fucking road of like a weird, I don't know if it was an indie game or something, but I think it was named the same thing. Yeah. Where you're just an otherworldly, you're like a human soul or something, and you're in this like weird world with no color, and the main like process of life is color, and the entire game is you just solving these puzzles of like how you're gonna fucking do this. You're gonna extract color from this plant, and you're gonna like resource from this and make it's like I guess it's a farming / puzzle get to the end game. Like that's the kind of game it is. And
sounds interesting.
It looked interesting as hell. It looked creepy as shit though. Like legit, like it's kind of like body horror, kind of creepy. Like these normal talking like human type s things, but their like limbs are attached by giant like spider metal arms or some bullshit, or like this weird body horror type thing like that.
Yeah.
And you have to like go throughout this story of the fucking game to find out how to set yourself free or some bullshit. I don't know. I think I'm getting this like majority of it wrong, but the way I'm trying to explain it, I think is best how to describe it. And I want to say from the review I saw of it, it like kind of relates to that movie, but I think I'm 100% wrong on that actually.
Dang, that sounds crazy. You know, I haven't heard any games that sound like that.
But have you seen any new video game trailers recently? Like,
any new ones that? Have you seen? I think it's called something Medan. it's this new game that's coming out, and actually PewDiePie played it. He did.
What kind of game is it? Is it like a horror type?
So it's you play it as all these characters, and you try to keep all these characters alive, and you get to choose and decide, what they say and what they don't.
Is it like First Dawn? Is it like that video game?
It's by the people who made First Dawn.
Oh shit! So it's literally branching timeline kind of game. Like,
yes. Yeah.
Oh fuck.
Exactly. It's called, I think, the something Medan. It's about this ship that it was lost at sea. It was a World War II ship, and these people were diving under the water, and they found an airplane from World War II untouched, and they're trying to figure out a mystery. Well, they actually get raided by these pirates, and they go to the ship. Well, they start uncovering that there's so much wrong with this ship. It's cursed.
Oh shit!
And you have to keep all your characters alive. You have to try to.
Oh fucking hell! So it's legitimately one of those games where you can pretty much fail and you can still get an ending kind of thing.
Yeah, you get like some type of ending with a different ending of some sort by your choices.
Those kind of games fucking make me so mad though, because when there's so many different endings like that, I love being like a completionist when it comes to games, and those games, like, it would take me fucking like months upon months to find every single ending, and I hate that. Like,
right.
I like being able to be like, okay, like I need to do this right away, this right away, this right away, and this right away, and then I get all the endings. Like I just don't like putting that much time into something at all.
It seems like a lot of video games like are coming out with like those type of endings, like Red Dead Redemption 2. It depends on if you're a good person or...
Is there multiple endings in that game?
There is multiple endings in that game. You can have a bad ending and you can have a good ending, or in the middle. I think intermediate ending, but. Like it all depends on your character and how you played them throughout the game till the end.
Are you fucking kidding me right now?
Yes.
That's fucking bullshit, because I was legitimately thinking about getting back into that fucking game, because I have it. I own the fucking game, but I just like dropped off of it after like the first 3 plays of it. Like, I think at max I have like maybe 3 hours of gameplay in that game, but at that point, I just liked the idea of like, hey, I'm gonna fucking cheat now and destroy an entire town.
Yeah, see, if you were to do that, so you get like in Red Dead Redemption 2, you get a reputation like of
outlaw or saint or something.
Yeah, you could have like a saint, like where you help people like on the side of the road or whatever. You're just generous. You help these random people or random strangers you don't even know. But if you go into a town and just start shooting everybody, you get a bad reputation.
Yeah.
And if you have a bad reputation during the ending, you'll get a bad ending.
Oh, that's fucking... Well, honestly, that honestly, like, kind of brings me into the game more. Like, I want to play it some more now, because since, like, there's legitimately, like, only 3 endings, like a bad, mediocre, and a good ending.
Or I think there might just be 2. I could be wrong, there could be 3, but there is a bad and a good ending.
Oh, shoot. Well, see, that's cool then. Like, but I heard that game's long as hell.
It's a very long game. It's decent enough. It takes a little while. From start to finish, I think it took me about maybe a week.
Did you complete the entire game?
Yeah, I completed the game.
Oh, fucking hell. And I need to jump back on it then.
The game I absolutely loved it. It was what we needed in, I think, the video game industry. It brought back a lot. Like,
did you hear how much they fucking sold, like, in the first fucking day or some bullshit?
No.
I heard they sold, like, fucking, like, I don't know, like, fucking, like, 200 million copies or some bullshit like that.
In the first day?
Or some bullshit like that. Like,
see, I pre-ordered mine, the Game of the Year edition, actually.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Fucking sorry, guys.
Honestly, I don't ever pre-order games at all. I'm one of those people who I was just like, God, I'll just watch and see how people, like it. But
that was a good game to pre-order, though.
Yeah, I was like, this game is worth pre-ordering, because Red Dead Redemption, I played. So that's where Venom, my name, comes into place, like Venom Revolver.
Origin story of Venom Revolver.
So Revolver came from the old school Red Dead Revolver from the Xbox One.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And that game was about Red, who was kind of like how the main character, John is.
Yeah.
He was just a bounty hunter. He goes around, trying to bring justice and bring down the corrupt, and find the people who killed his family.
And spoiler alert, no matter what, there's only one single ending for Red Dead Redemption, right?
Red Dead Redemption, the first one, or
the first one, with John or whatever his name, because
I think there's only one ending,
and he just fucking dies, right?
Yeah, he
that made me so upset because I loved that game. Actually, I never actually fully played through Red Dead Redemption. I played Red Dead Redemption Undead Nightmare.
I played that one too.
I fucking loved that one.
It was great.
Loved it so much.
If they come out for a DLC for an undead part of Red Dead
number 2?
Number 2.
Oh my god!
Can you imagine that?
I would flip shit. I would buy it immediately. I would go broke for a month for it. It's like, holy shit.
That honestly, they would make a lot more money. And I think a lot of people fell off playing online because there is an online version, and I haven't played it as much. I need to get into it, but honestly, I can go back and play Red Dead Redemption 2, and I still haven't discovered everything.
It's just like one of those huge games like Skyrim, right? Well, is Red Dead? It's bigger than Skyrim, right?
The map is huge. I would say Skyrim's a pretty big map.
It is, but
Red Dead Redemption 2 it's a pretty big map. There's a lot to it. There's a lot to discover.
Yeah, I know that. Fucking, whenever I cheated, I just bought the fastest shit and whatnot, and just explored everything. But most of the fucking data that it takes up is just from detail of the game, isn't it?
Yeah, there's lots of detail. I think I like all the detail, like horses literally shitting.
I was gonna say something like the detail of when you walk through snow, but we can go straight to the shitting.
Oh yeah, that too. The detail of walking through snow. That's honestly amazing.
I thought that was spot on. I was like, holy fuck, that is perfect detail that we need in fucking video games.
A game I couldn't think of a more immersive game than Red Dead Redemption 2. That is one of the most immersive games I think I've ever played.
Besides VR, because I think those are pretty fucking immersive.
Okay, VR's get out there, but whenever you're sitting at a front screen instead of VR, that's my number one pick.
Yeah, definitely. Legitimately, it did catch me. Red Dead Redemption 2 did catch me, and I was getting into it, but I don't know. I wouldn't say bored. I just got set off by it because I was noticing more new games coming out, and I wanted to buy them right away. Yeah. And at that point, I think I just bought my PlayStation VR, so I was all into looking for new games for that, right off the bat. By the way, if you don't have a PlayStation VR or a Vive or anything, and if you're on a budget, I think the PlayStation VR it's an even trade, especially if you're on a budget. It's still a little pricey. I think I paid for mine. It came with the headset, both the wands, and it came with the demo disc or whatever, some bullshit. And I think it cost me $300 and something, but it was definitely worth the price. Every so often now I still play it. Not every day, but it's every so often. And Beat Saber, if the company Beat Saber you're listening, fucking love your game. Played whenever I played the VR. But fucking, I want to get myself an HTC Vive for Steam and whatnot. I want to get one for Steam.
What's that?
It's a VR headset.
It's a VR headset.
Yeah, but it's specifically made for a computer, like the Oculus Rift.
Oh, it's like Oculus. Whatever happened to the Oculus Rift? Are they still going about?
They still sell their shit, and I think they're still upgrading their stuff. But I think majority of people switch to the Vive. Mainly because I think it has more functions, or I want to say it's better at tracking your movements and whatnot and all that.
Yeah.
But whenever, like I said, if you're on a budget, PSVR, I like it. I thought it was definitely worth the money. And I want to get the HTC Vive and I want to see what I can do with that. And I don't know if this is still up, but apparently there's a mod online you can use your PSVR as an HTC Vive on your computer.
Really?
It takes some work, but you can connect the power box setup to your computer, the VR, and you can use it on your computer only if you have two PlayStation 2 like eye cameras. You have to set those up to it, and then you have to use this program to mod it all together so it acts as an HTC Vive, so you can use wands and everything.
Wow, that's absolutely crazy. That probably takes a lot of work, though.
Honestly, from what it looked like, it maybe like an hour of work. Like, if even that, probably just 30 minutes. You just have to plug it all in and fucking... You would have to go out and buy the cameras. I don't know fucking anyone that has like a PS3 or PS2 camera anymore. But you just get those, plug them in, mod it, and then boom, there you go.
Wow, that's
like,
crazy.
I wanted to try it, but I was like, I'm too fucking lazy for this shit. Oh, fuck that. I'm gonna stick with the PS4, fuck it. And speaking of that, you have like mainly Xbox, don't you?
Yeah, mainly. I have mainly. I played PlayStation. I started off with the PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2.
And then you just switched off from it?
Yeah. I switched off from that to Xbox. Xbox
okay.
One, Xbox 360, and Xbox One. And honestly, I like it, but the crappy part is, you know, the virtual reality headsets. PS4 came out with that, and it's honestly, I think that's amazing. We don't have anything like that. Xbox doesn't have any.
You guys have the Kinect, but I heard the Kinect sucks, right?
Kinect is, yeah.
It's just fucking horrible.
Yeah, it's horrible. It's not nowhere compared to a virtual reality headset.
No shit. Like, in fucking, like, you've even tried my VR. Like,
yeah.
Super Hot. I remember when Drew bought that right away.
That was one of the funnest games
It was
I've
fun
ever
as
played.
shit, right?
Yeah.
I remember you're like, I gotta get home, and you're like, all right, and we just kept playing. You're like, you want to try it? You're like, yes, give me that shit right now. You don't fucking go home till like 2 a.m. or some bullshit.
Yeah, and then I think I had to work that.
Yeah, you
morning.
did have to work the morning again.
Yep, and it was like, I was having so much fun with it. It was like I lost track of time. That's how scary it was.
It's fucking fun as shit.
It's fucking shit. It's worth your buy.
You can get yourself lost in that shit. Like with Beat Saber. I did a live stream on Beat Saber on my YouTube channel. I'm not going to promote myself now, maybe at the end. But I did a live stream, and I actually did end up talking to a few people on there. I think maybe 2 people. And they were telling me, like, hey, fucking do expert on these songs. Like, start from song 1 all the way to the very last song on expert. And I was like, I can't fucking do that. Like, fucking hell, I'm going to break my arms trying to hit all these fucking things. But eventually, like, after a while, like, that game is, especially whenever it comes to, like, live viewers, that shit is fun as fuck. Because it really, like, tests your skill on that shit. Like, majority, like, I think, like, half the songs I can play on expert.
Right.
But the other half, I fucking completely, like, die immediately from that shit. And I don't know how these fucking people online, like, especially with modded songs for the PC and whatnot, for Beat Saber, they fucking, I don't know how that's humanly possible for them to fucking hit every fucking note perfect and exact.
Yeah, that's
like
probably a lot of practice.
Oh my god, like fucking some of these people look like they're natural born fucking talented people in this shit. Like, it's fucking ridiculous. I'm like, you have to be a robot. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Have you ever seen those people dance on those, like, dance machines where they hit all those
Dance
notes?
Dance Revolution?
Dance Revolution.
Like that shit? Yes, I have.
Like, how the fuck do you...
Like, legitimately, like, I don't mean to brag, but I failed halfway through a song on expert on Dance Dance Revolution. Halfway.
Damn.
Yeah.
God damn. Have you seen I think it's Dance Dance Revolution on the computer where the dude completely destroys his computer?
What, are you serious? What?
Yeah, he literally, like, the game, like, made him so pissed off that he had, like, a hole behind his monitor, and he...
Did he punch through it or something, or what?
Yeah, put his head through the wall.
Are you serious? Yeah. What the fuck?
Yeah, it was all... He was doing the keys, and he was fast as fuck. He's all... Like, so fast, like, you couldn't even, like, keep your eyes, like on it.
Breakneck speeds.
Yeah, pretty much. And he missed, like, one note, and he got pissed off and threw his monitor at the wall, and then, like, punched it, or threw some at it, and he fucked up his monitor. And
what the fuck, dude? Are you serious?
Yeah.
Like, I generally don't know how people can get that pissed at fucking video games.
Yeah, he's like, maybe I should quit this game now.
Right,
I've
dude?
already put my head through the wall.
Or maybe stop fucking taking games so fucking seriously.
That's true. You can
like fucking like
if you're breaking that
fucking
that's
breaking a computer after that shit. Like, that's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, that is ridiculous.
And fucking talking about people that take games too seriously. Like, have you dealt with your fair share of people like that?
Oh, all the time. I've taken. I mean, I used to be there. Used to take games pretty serious, like competitively. But then I was like, nah, it's honestly stupid.
Like, at that point, you're just like, I should calm down. Like,
yeah,
this
like I was
isn't
like,
worth it.
I should calm down. It's not worth it. I mean, like, there's more things to life than
to fucking worry about than a fucking video game. Like
and worry about it. Like now, like it was a lot younger when I was like a teenager and I didn't like have any like adult responsibilities. That was like one of the things. But now I like more issues to handle as an adult.
Fucking exactly, dude.
And
like,
you
fucking
realize like, oh, it's just a fucking video game. Like,
seriously, fucking no. Even some fucking adults that legitimately handle adult situations, they still fucking crybaby their asses through a fucking competitive match or some bullshit.
Yeah.
Like fucking on CS:GO, whenever I play online, oh my god, dude, people get so salty. Like, dude, this game is meant for fucking having fun. I don't see you being an MLG pro over here, dude.
Right, and a lot of people, like, that's why we play video games. A lot of times we play video games to relieve stress.
To fucking have fun. Like,
relieve
seriously.
stress and have fun.
Like Modern
Not
Warfare
to-
2, shoot up an airport. Oh, sorry. I probably shouldn't have brought that up. Jesus. Good lord. But I will say that because it was legitimately a part of the video game. Like, I don't know if you remember that. Do you remember
which
that?
one?
Modern Warfare 2?
Oh, yeah, they
had the giant fucking machine guns and you just shot up the entire airport.
Yeah, it was just pretty much the mission is you're just shooting like all these people in the airport.
Which I thought was a weird ass fucking. It was
like,
a legitimate mission.
That mission from now till Call of Duty Black Ops 4 today is one of the most memorable missions in Call of Duty.
It will never be fucking forgotten at all.
No, not at all. Because it was pretty fucked up. It was out there.
It was fucked up, but I don't know. Back in the day, like, I was like, so what do I do? And they're like, oh, shoot civilians? I was like, I'm sorry, what? And it just fucking, again, it just stayed there. And I was like, okay. Giant LMS machine gun just mowing down people. Oh my god. It was ridiculous. Like, especially now, oh my god, like, shit like that's so controversial. Like,
yeah, today, because that stuff does happen nowadays.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
It's honestly terrible.
Has, like, the Call of Duty franchise or anything ever gotten heat from that, or no?
I've honestly wondered about that. I was just thinking, actually, just about that. Like,
have
they ever got any heat?
I don't think they have ever gotten heat for a scene like that. And, like, granted, it is a fucking video game, but, like, it is, I guess, promoting that kind of stuff. Well, back then, it wasn't something to fucking... It was just whatever. It was a fucking video game.
I mean, like, the people who actually have gone out, like, and done this,
yeah,
shoot up places, they have a mental problem.
Legitimately. They have an actual mental issue.
When you play a video game, you got, like, Grand Theft Auto. You could do whatever you want in Grand Theft Auto. You can go shoot civilians. You can go run over a stripper or whatever, But when it comes down to video games, people think, like, they play it too much to where they think it's real life.
That is true. But then that goes into, like, fucking, that goes into, video games causes violence. Like, legitimately, like, are you fucking serious? Like, legitimately, the only thing, like, is a little bit controversial whenever it comes to the video games causes violence stuff is the shit that's actually been banned and illegal to play. Like, I remember watching a video, like, I think it was, like, top 10 games that have been banned for, like, that controversial shit. There was one that was on Steam that got banned, like, almost immediately. I think it was like a black and white game, and the only type of color you saw was blood of people. And, like, the backlore behind it, I think it was just, you're just, like, this long-haired dude that just has a stockpile of guns, and you just put them on, and then you just start walking down the...
Postal?
No, it's not Postal. Is Postal banned in the U.S. to play?
I don't know if it is. I actually have to look that up.
I've heard Postal... It was Postal 2, right? The really controversial one? Was that it? Or was it
I think
Postal
so,
1?
but he just goes around shooting everybody.
Yeah, it's legitimately... And I think the main story behind it is he's actually trying to kill a demon or some bullshit like that. Like, I legitimately looked like actual story mode gameplay, and it looks fucking ridiculous, but...
Yeah.
Like, there's an actual demon he's trying to kill or some bullshit. But no, the one I'm talking about, it was straight up black and white. Like, it looked like a comic book style, kind of. And, but it was 3D, but you just literally, like, walk down a fucking street, like, killing your neighbors and people walking down the street. And that was the main goal of the game, was to just fucking kill people in your neighborhood. That's it. And it just showed fucking, it showed everything, like, and I'm not surprised it got fucking banned. Like, that was a really controversial fucking thing that happened.
Yeah, they definitely have some controversial games out there, and some people take it too seriously, and some people play it just for fun and shits and giggles, but...
Like, legitimately, like, unless you're, like, fully indulging yourself into a fucking video game like that, like, then that's the only way I can fucking see some bullshit like that happen.
I think if you do, like, indulge yourself, like, too much into it, you shouldn't be playing video games.
You really shouldn't. You should be fucking preoccupying with yourself with a fucking job or some bullshit like that.
Exactly.
Like, make some fucking money and then fucking just buy a fucking house. And then at that point, you're like, fuck video games. I don't feel like playing that shit anymore.
Yeah, you keep yourself like too preoccupied to
right.
do that.
And that generally does suck, because I guess that's kind of me right now. Because my job is like fucking like fuck. I have to work soon, actually, in the next 5 hours, because it's already fucking 1 o'clock in the morning.
Damn. Yeah. So we should probably wrap this.
Oh shit! Fuck it, yeah. So, thank you for, I guess, taking part, for random people jumping in and out, or if anyone wants to watch. This is Venom and Chimi show. Do you have anything to plug for yourself?
No, I just thank you guys for coming in. We're gonna be getting the chat set up a little bit better. The video quality and everything, we're trying to up it. Chimi got this new mic today to help our quality of our stream. We're gonna be doing gameplays here soon together. If you guys have any questions, let us know what you want to see, and yeah.
And again, be interactive with the chat. We keep eye on the chat. We definitely, if you guys want us to talk about something, or if you guys want to actually like talk about stuff with us, like, that's definitely chill. Like, we want to do that. Like, it's definitely awesome. And as for myself, I'm going to shamelessly plug myself here. I have a YouTube channel. It's small. It's so undyingly small. I think I have like 22 subscribers, some bullshit. But I just do gameplay edits and gameplay videos. I mainly play CSGO with, a lot of people probably won't believe this shit, but I actually play with my mother, the person that slid me out of her vagina. I played Counter-Strike Global Offensive with her boyfriend, and a few of our friends. And no, I don't live in her fucking house. Fuck off. And just, yeah, if you guys want to check it out, it's youtube.com/Chimichanga Hero. If you guys want to check it out, I won't have anything linked or anything, but we're still setting all that stuff up. So by the time we get all that done, you guys will be easily able to access it. And I guess that's all for today.
Yeah.
Just keep up with our stuff. Definitely follow Venom Revolver's Twitch. And then maybe we can keep on going, get this ball rolling a little bit. And whatnot.
Yeah, sounds good.
This has been the Venom and Chimi show. Thank you for watching. We'll see you guys next time, yeah?